Hey everyone, I'm Speed, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about Speedrunning Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD. Recently there's been a lot of hows and whys concerning the any percent category. How can you be that fast and why is there an any percent no-ghost category? And the biggest question, how can you actually clip through walls? Let me start off by explaining the difference between the two any percent categories. On the one hand we have any percent no-ghost. This is basically the classic any percent route. You're going to skip Floyd, catch McGee, and then go for the Mungo River skip. At least that's the current route while I'm creating this video. You're going to do all of that without the use of the so-called ghost glitch or ghost trick or just ghosting. If you use that trick, your run will not be a valid any percent no ghost run. On the other hand, with it you can do an any percent run. In this category it is allowed to glitch through walls and thus get an even shorter time. But how do you actually perform a ghost? The truth is, it's very easy if you have the right setup. And basically all you need is the right frame rate. You need to pump up your frames to somewhere between 220 and 240. And the best way to do this is by disabling VSync. If you have a good machine, this will shoot your frames into the sky. That's why I use a tool called NVIDIA Profile Inspector where you can cap your frame rate. There's a ton of other tools online you can use for capping your FPS. It's just important to know that, at least for me, the max FPS in Stranger's launcher does not work. You should probably find a good tool online. Now I always go for 230 frames, but the exact count is up to you and your preferences and maybe your machine. But that's all you need. I also disabled the advanced options, but that's just a personal preference. It might help you get a higher FPS count though. If you want to start a ghost, just walk into walls. In my runs you can see me looking at weird spots, pointing my camera up or down, but I only do this to get more frames per second. If your frames don't drop, all you have to do is press forward. This doesn't work for every wall though. I always distinguish between hard and soft walls, and you will not be able to ghost through hard walls. There's probably some sort of different collision detection on those walls, but that's just a blind guess. But there's also soft walls we use for the run. And by watching the current runs you can sort out which soft walls to use for a good time. There are probably multiple ways to do a certain part of the run, but as I'm creating this video, the ghosts in the current run are the fastest. Now you're all set up and ready to run, right? Yeah, just hold on for 1 second, because with a high frame rate you'll soon notice some movement issues, especially in third person. Stranger will sometimes not start running, and that's the downside of having a high FPS count. But usually that's not a problem. The easiest way to make Stranger move again is to switch to first person. This will not work in shops or bounty stores though. Making a move here will be caused by a slight drop of your frame rate, and you can usually do that by quick saving. Also, you should be able to avoid the freeze after a cutscene if you hold down your movement button during the scene or shortly after. So that's all you need to set up for your any percent runs. Pump up your frames, get comfortable with your ghosts, go for soft walls, and get comfortable with the movement issues. That's all you need to know about the ghosts and for running any percent. If you still have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me and maybe watch my any percent tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.